Let's do this. Welcome to the review of Dark Souls. Today we actually have something special for you, and I hope you guys will enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoy the special guest that I have for you today, and I hope you guys will have fun with this review. And no, I'm not going to make a 50 million year review because that would take forever. The lore in Dark Souls is as deep as it is cryptic. It's a world steeped in rich storytelling, hidden lore, and memorable characters. And you piece it together and you got a narrative that stays with you long after you put down the controller. And some of which you're not going to figure out on your first playthrough, probably on like your 5th or 6th, you know what I mean? In Dark Souls, you're thrown into a land called Lordraine, a place plagued and is on the brink of an apocalyptic age. The story is shrouded in mystery, told through item descriptions, cryptic dialogue, and environmental storytelling. You play as the undead, cursed to perpetually respawn upon death. Your quest? Ring the bells of awakening and ultimately link the fire to prolong the age of fire. Sounds straightforward, right? Not quite. The narrative isn't spoon-fed. Instead, it's like an intricate puzzle. You uncover bits of lore through encounters with NPCs, unraveling the fate of the Fallen Kingdom, and machinations of gods and monsters. Dark Souls 1's story isn't just about saving the world. It's a cryptic, multi-layered narrative that rewards exploration, interpretation, and speculation. It is a Lorehound's dream and a Defeationist challenge. Because when I beat this game for the 30,000th time, I hope you guys will be able to understand what I am saying again for the 30,000th time. Enjoy! Have fun! Graphically, Dark Souls paints a hauntingly beautiful picture, from crumbling ruins of Lordraine to the eerie depths of the catacombs. Each environment is crafted with meticulous detail, and sure, the game's textures might not be cutting edge by today's standards, but its art direction is where Dark Souls truly shines. The brooding atmosphere and interconnected world design create a sense of immersion that's hard to match and at least recognizable. Now, let's talk the music. Dark Souls soundtrack strikes a perfect balance between atmosphere, ambiance, and epic boss themes. The haunting melodies as you explore an ominous chants and echo in the distance, and let's not forget those heart-pounding boss battle tracks. They all contribute to the game's atmosphere and elevate the player's experience.
O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father is formed it obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord vessel to thee.
This game, wow. It is a test of skill, patience, and determination, as well as a little bit of your common sense. From the moment you step foot in Lordraine, the world envelops you in its eerie beauty, but do not let that beauty fool you. It will get you at every chance it can get. The combat in this game is unforgiving to those who are not paying attention or lacking that of precision, with every action having to actually be committed to. Prime example, you can't stop your sword swings after you hit the swing button. Even if it's slow or fast, you have to commit, which is a lot of things in this game that you have to do. You have to commit to what you've done or find a way around it. It's no in between. It's unforgiving, but is oh so rewarding when you finally defeat a boss or conquer a tough area. And let's talk about that world design, man. Dark Souls is a masterclass in interconnectedness. Every area seamlessly connects and creating a sense of exploration, discovery, and unparalleled world building. But the elephant in the room, the difficulty, Dark Souls has a reputation of being tough and it doesn't hold your hand. It's a trial and error process that you kind of have to learn, but that's where the satisfaction lies. Every death teaches something new. And it comes to difficulty, I've seen a lot of people say that it just makes it inaccessible to a lot of people, but that is actually not the case. A lot of people don't understand what accessible versus, easy is, and it's very confusing and something that I'm not going to talk about now. I'm going to talk about that in a later video. Stay tuned. For thoughts today, we are going to do something a little different. I have a special guest, the ever so effervescent, the ever so charismatic, the ever so manly man, the ever so Dark Souls guy, Trae Irby. Please enjoy.
I just want to start by saying this. Dark Souls is a sexy ass game. Just look at that. That's what I'm talking about. When I first started up From Software's follow-up to Demon Souls, I had no idea that not only was it going to sport better graphics and a wider array of weaponry and armors, it was also going to feature some of that excellent lore and environmental storytelling that I fell in love with while I was playing Demon Souls. The trifecta of awesomeness within Dark Souls is rounded out by the incredible interconnected level design and the super deep combat system that has more in common with a boxing game than the traditional hack and slash RPG. The combat system of Dark Souls had more depth than any non-fighting game that I could ever remember playing up until that point. And I'm willing to wager that I'm not the only one who learned the meanings of the words parry and riposte because of Dark Souls. The impact of this game cannot be overstated. After the release of Dark Souls, an entirely new genre dubbed the Souls-like emerged in an effort to replicate not just the style and feel, but also the success of this incredible game. While not a perfect game, Dark Souls is nonetheless a masterpiece whose positives greatly outweigh its negatives. This game hit the video game community like a meteor, and I think that's partly due to the fact that as opposed to Demon Souls, Dark Souls was not a console exclusive. What else can I say? After playing Dark Souls, most games are going to be ruined for you, because now your standards and expectations for what a game can deliver are going to be in the stratosphere. While I have been known to enjoy the odd turn-based RPG from time to time, the pulse-pounding, adrenaline-pumping, edge-of-your-seat combat that Dark Souls brought to the table was like nothing I had ever experienced at the time. And finally, the reason that I am always up for jumping back into the world of Lordran and playing Dark Souls all the way through from front to back again, this game has tons of different builds and playstyles. I absolutely love this game. I never get tired of playing it. Thank you, Dark Souls, and thank you, Miyazaki and From Software. You guys rule.
I want to do the challenge a little different this time and just actually talk about the challenge of the totality of the game, in which this game is not your average stroll through the park. It's more like some relentless uphill climb where death lurks around every corner, from the intricate level design to the punishing combat. This game doesn't hold your hand, and that's what makes it both exhilarating at times and maddeningly difficult at others. The boss battles, they are the heart and soul of the challenge of Dark Souls. Each boss tests your adaptability, reflex, and strategy. Orsinus everybody? The pinnacle of difficulty in this game. They're like a nightmare you can't wake up from, but defeating them, you'd be oh so purely satisfied. But to sum it up, Dark Souls challenge you in ways that few games do. Its difficulty isn't just about combat, it's about exploration, perseverance, and patience. And for Defeationists, it's about the arduous challenge of completing the game and getting to that last boss, which once you beat the last boss, you're generally probably either gonna restart the game for a new game plus, or take the game out of your console and just say, okay, I completed this one. Let's move on to the next one.
Go fuck yourself.
Before I let everyone go, I would like to say this game is clearly a buy. I don't even know how I have to waste your time with the results, but hey, I'm gonna waste them anyway. And I would like to have a special thanks to, again, Trae Irby for lending his assistance on this review. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have fun.